All right, my friends. I hope you're doing well today, Friday, July the 8th. And Mr. Sam, I'm getting into decaling your cars here. Got this Ricky Stenhouse, Kroger, NOS, Chevy, and these are the laser sharp decals from Mr. Pato. And I'm getting ready to lace them on, so let's lace them on. He's been sitting in the water a little bit. And one of the things you have to watch with these laser sharp is you got to watch the edges when you're cutting them out. And I'll show you here in a minute. So, see that? There's kind of like a white, please focus. There's kind of like a little bit of a white edge on that. If you can see that there. See that? Little bit of white. And typically what I'll do when I cut the decals is I will cut into that so that doesn't show. However, when you do that with these laser sharp decals, you run into some problems. And that's what I did on this side. You can see that. I cut the white out, but you can see what happened. It flaked just a little bit. You see the blue? Kind of a jagged edge there. When you take your scissors and you cut into that decal on these laser sharp, it might flake like that. You can see that. It's just a, it's a rough kind of jagged edge on there. It's not a nice and smooth edge like you have on this side, where it's nice and smooth, but it's got that little white residue that shows. And it's just unfortunate. And maybe that's why I'm kind of settling on the silk ink decals, because typically that does not happen with the silk ink. So just a word of caution to you guys as you're building these customs. If you're going to go with the laser sharp, watch when you cut them out. You got to be careful there. Yeah, all in all, I can't I can't say this is turning out poorly. Not 100%, but yeah, working it up over these, this little curved surface here. Takes a little time. Just a little patience. Patience is a virtue. Don't be in a rush. Don't be in a rush. For those who are patient, take their time, you're going to end up with the best customs. I'm telling you. You try to rush through things, herky-jerky with your hands and your decals. Just take your time. Develop that skill of patience. Don't have like a bunch of crap going on in the background or, things you're thinking about otherwise. Just set everything aside and focus. Got a few cars to show you guys today. Cars I'm working, doing something a little bit different with one of my decal sets from Mr. Fossil Fuel, Kyle Busch decal set. This late Friday afternoon. Come here. Come on, what's going on? Some of these decals have a mind of their own. They run away from you. Fulfill your role, Mr. Decal, and get on the car in your place. All right. So I'll let this dry. And that'll be the first one I've got for you, Sam. Next one I've got ready to make is this Greg Biffle Cheez-It. And that'll be the next one I decal. And again, laser sharp decal, so I'm going to have to be real careful cutting right along the edge here for these. So that should be a little bit of a challenge, but not too difficult. The biggest challenge on this one will undoubtedly be this front here, getting that to lay nicely across that front, because that's pretty well recessed. I'm sorry, that's pretty well recessed in there, and so this black comes across here. I may end up actually doing some pre-painting in there. We'll see. We'll see how that works, because that's laying a decal like this across a really deep recessed body like that typically doesn't come out too well. So I'll have to spend some time working on that before I really get to town on decaling that one. Alright, so what am I doing over here? I've got this fantasy Kyle Busch truck I'm building. I'm going to build another one of the fantasy monster Kyle Busch number 54 truck, and you can see I've already painted that on the front there. Got that pre-painted there. And so, and then I'm doing something a little weird here. I've never done this before, but I'm painting that window net this lime green, and doing the inside a little lime green. It's something different. Thought that would be interesting to do that. And then also I decided I'm going to mess around with these little pieces that go on the back of the bed of the truck and kind of support it. I've never done anything with these other than just put them back in place. So I went ahead and I did black along this side, and I have this idea to do green on the other side. So let's see what that looks like. Get this out of the way. And that's got some stuff on it. Just like that. I was kind of crooked on the top here. I was hoping to get it nice and smooth. That's not bad. One side black, one side green. It's something weird, you know? That's the joy of this hobby, guys. Do whatever you want. Build it however you want to do it. I definitely feel a little bit more at liberty with some of these fantasy paint schemes that were never driven on the track. So instead of trying to make them look like what was on the track, I'm just making them look like whatever I want, you know, or whatever I think will be interesting to people. So that's what's going on over here. Let's talk about Ryan Blaney. So I showed this in my last video. This is back over here. So got this painted along the bottom. Used my gloss yellow testers. Looks pretty good. If you remember, I had like a little bit up actually onto that little Sunoco decal, and so all I did was I got some once it dried completely, I got some paint thinner, put it on my little applicator, and I just over and over and over and over and over worked it out and cleaned that up. And because I have about 4 coats of sealer on these decals, it didn't affect my Sunoco decal. It's not completely. It's a little bit in the corner there. But just cleaned it off. And then went back over it again with a little bit of yellow, touched it up. And so now she's in good shape. So here's what I'm thinking, guys. James sent me this decal set. It's the only one that he sent me, so I just have this one of them. And I've already had a couple people, there was a comment, I've had a couple people say, hey, I want that, I want that, I want that, I want that. So just a word, right? This is going up on eBay. It'll probably go up on Sunday, 2 days from now, for a 7-day auction. But what I'm trying to do with this channel is encourage you guys who have the ability, the wherewithal, to make your own. So if you're interested in this truck, but at the same time you have the ability and maybe you've already started messing around with making your own customs, here's what I would recommend. Buy a sheet from Pato. You'll get 4 decal sets to make 4 trucks. And I'll just give you my advice. Make one. It's probably not going to turn out the best. So what you do is you make one, you sell it. You make a second one, which will undoubtedly turn out better than the first one, because that's just how it works, right? You have a little bit of practice, a little bit of experience, and you're going to do better the second time. And you keep that for your collection. If you're a Ryan Blaney fan, keep that one for your collection. And then you have 2 more decal sheets. And guys, I'm telling you, I can't think that you're going to lose money on this deal. You will be able to sell 3 trucks, right? 3 trucks. Make and keep the best one for yourself. And I guarantee you'll come out positive. Yeah, eBay charges 13% now for seller fees, and you got to pay for ship, or at least that's the way I do it. I pay for shipping, but I'm telling you, you guys can make your own. You know, times are tough right now. Inflation is up. It's a little crazy. This is a great time to kind of pinch pennies a little bit, and also look at how you can use your skills and abilities to actually turn a profit, or at least break even. And so I'm trying to show you guys how to make your own customs so you don't have to buy them. Again, if you have the wherewithal, the desire. You know, some people don't. And I completely understand that, and you're going to buy customs, and that's perfectly fine. But other of you guys, and maybe some of you younger guys, try to make your own. Do what I'm doing, is making customs, and I mean, sure, I make some for my own collection, but at the end of the day, everything I make pretty much either is a car I'm putting up on eBay or one I'm making as a request from somebody else. And yeah, I mean, you can help offset the crazy Biden inflation that we have right now, and be able to help help yourself out a little bit. So that's my encouragement to you. A little bit of just a little nudge, just a little encouragement to embark on making your own customs. I've got plenty. I got over 350 videos I saw now. Largely, I would say at least 300 of them are dedicated to showing you guys how I make my customs, and I can't encourage you enough. Try it yourself. It's an awesome hobby. Awesome hobby. So, a couple more coats of sealer, and this baby is done. Really like it. And okay, so you can buy these trucks and the cars. You can buy them at Walmart for $5, right? It's still $4.94 where I'm at. $5. I buy these cases, these M2 cases. I find them on eBay for about $2 a piece, sometimes less, but $2 a piece. So if you got $5 in the car, $2 for the case. Sure, I print my own label, so there's a little cost there. And then you got to buy the decals and the paint and all that kind of stuff, right? But I don't have a huge investment. Maybe at the top, maybe $15, plus my time to make this. And this will go for more than $15, okay? So, just a word to you guys, encourage you, hone those custom die-cast skills, and you can make awesome products for your collection, as well as, create an eBay account and sell some stuff. So, all right, enough on that. Let me show you what else I got. Got this Chase Briscoe, another Mobile One. This has the deeper metallic color shot called Smoke and Mirrors. As I look over to my side to get the name right, Color Shot Smoke and Mirrors. I think it's turned out really well. I'm real happy with this, guys. Got those finishing touches on the spoiler, roof lines. Yeah, it's looking good. I think I got maybe one more coat of sealer on that, and that'll be going up on eBay. And then I showed this to you. This is my number 54 Ty Gibbs. I've got to do a label for it. For somehow, some way, I didn't catch this. I got to make a label for it. But I've actually now have 4 coats of clear sealer on this, and so my next step here, and I got to let it dry a little bit longer. My next step here is to Tester's Dull Coat, and she'll be done. And again, this will be a Sunday night going up on eBay auction, as I got a few. This is a rare Supra. You don't find too many Supras at Walmart these days, but this is a $5 Supra that will go. And this is not a scheme Lionel's going to make. He's got a few race winning cars. I highly doubt this will be made by Lionel. I guess it could be. It's not Monster, right? It's not a Monster 54. I don't think there's anything Monster on here. It's just the interstate batteries. I don't think there's anything Monster on this. Looking closely, you got the Toyota logo, the NASCAR salutes, interstate batteries. Nope, nothing Monster on here. So, how many times are you going to get a unsponsored, custom, super rare car this is going to be, or this is. I just got to nail the dull coat, which can be a real pain. All right, what else do I got going on here? I I am still waiting for decals. I got 2 sets of decals, or 2 orders of decals in Depedo that I haven't received yet, and I'm expecting it any time now. Thanks to James, I'm going to make this Justin Allgaier Hellman's Sam's Club that he drove at Texas last year. I went with the deep blue. This is a Rust-Oleum deep blue. Probably could have went actually darker even, but that's what I got. I got his Bubba. I've got a loudmouth exhaust, 2016 that he drove. I think it was for Roush. Is Roush Racing? Yeah, Roush Fenway Racing. Not the easiest thing to make, but you know, you paint it white and you go to town. I might have to do some pre-painting black on the bottom and a little bit in these wheel wells, but that is your Color Shot Marshmallow. And I'll be honest, guys, this Color Shot paint that you can get at some Walmarts, it's not at all Walmarts. Designed in California, made in China. I was actually kind of hoping I wouldn't like it and it wouldn't turn out well, but the results don't lie. It's really nice. I'm maybe like a month in. I bought some more colors recently, actually a couple today, on my lunch break, and these are turning out pretty well. Again, I'm gonna reserve final judgment, but you may see me using more of that Color Shot paint because you know, I did another orange slice, and guys, this is sharp. Like I've said, it dries quickly, it holds up nicely. It's not perfect, right? It's not perfect, but I'm real happy with it. Very happy with it, especially the gloss. Right, I use the gloss, and that's what I'm going with. This is Rust-Oleum red. I had opened up one of my cars and I had some white rims, but I was going to use those white rims on a different car. I'm sorry, I needed black rims, and so okay, what am I using white rims? So I went through my decals, and I've got this again, another decal set from James. This is an old Kyle Larson. Was this 2014 Chevy Chevrolet SS back in the day. So this is the red, and it's got all the white decals with it, with the target, the axe. If you remember, he drove this 42 for Chip Ganassi, and it was the red with the white rims. So that's what's going on here. Got that. This is, again, this is nice, no doubt about it. The red Rust-Oleum, but that white marshmallow is pretty sharp. Oh, I didn't show this one. So this is a Chase Briscoe number 98. I've had a couple people ask me more about my Chase Briscoe cars, primarily on eBay, based on the auction that I did for that Mobile 1000 number 14. But this is his Xfinity playoff scheme from, I think, a couple years ago. And yep, I'm gonna make one of those. It's pretty straightforward, to be honest with you. The hardest part will probably be pre-painting red around the lower valence, and the stinking spoiler is red. So that'll be a challenge for sure to try to nail that. I've told you before about painting red in tight places, and it's hard. The black is easy. The red is not so much. Alright, so I showed you this orange one. I'm going to do this Global Mustang. These are the decals that flake a little bit, but like I said when I started with that Ricky Stenhouse, if you don't cut along the edges, or so close along the edges, it won't flake as much. And so I'm going to take my time and cut and leave a little space, and hopefully we won't have much flaking. But yeah, this is a pretty cool paint scheme, I think, and I've got a few people asking me about it already, so that's that. I've still got this Matt Kenseth to do. I've got some pre-painting. I still haven't done the black and the orange. And then Kyle, I'm going to build this Kyle Busch Real Chocolate Relief Act COT for you. And you can see this is a laser sharp decal. I don't know if you can tell the difference. Maybe it's not so easy on the video here. But this is the laser sharp, and I'm sorry, this is the silk ink. So you can see it's got some depth to it, maybe height. And this is the laser sharp. See how you can see how the light shines? See how it's really thin? This is thin, and that's thick. And that is, it's really, really nice and very clear. And I'll have to say it's very sharp looking. This is a little bit more. It's just not as sharp, even though it's called sharp, laser sharp. Maybe that's the printing process. But to me, the decal is not as sharp as this is. So that should be interesting. I haven't built this before, so that will be a fun custom to make. And then let's see, I've got these two to make for you, Sam. And I've just got to JB weld these together. That Davison is white, and this is how this dark walnut turned out. Maybe it's a little bit more brown than I'd like, but I'm going with that on this Schluter Systems. I know some of you were saying maybe it's a dark gray, but I went with the Rust-Oleum dark walnut. It's probably the darkest brown that they have, and I'm pretty happy with how the paint turned out. I wish it was a little darker, to be honest with you, but this is what I'm going with, and I'll be doing, you know, the black lines and all that kind of stuff to finishing touches on that. So, but I think it'll work out really nice, and hope you like it, Sam, at the end of the day. So, all right, that is a complete update with what I've got, guys, and so I hope you have a blessed weekend. I'm going to continue to work these customs for you, Sam, and try to knock these out of the park as best as I can for you. Let me know if you guys have any questions, and as always, you can email me with your requests, and I got a long list of requests, about 4 months behind, but I will get to them eventually. So, all right, God bless, take care.